So Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I.
Rome.
D Malo.
Bro Flying.
T-Buggy, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Welcome to another episode of Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. I am tonight's host, your boy Young Rome 22 on all social media. As always, a lot to get into tonight, so I'm gonna let the fellas introduce themselves, and then we just gonna jump right into these topics. I'm gonna start with a man in the top right in that ugly ass baseball jersey. The baseball season has kicked off, man. Let them know who you are and why you wearing that monstrosity.
Well, I just want to thank you both bozos, the one next to me and the one that just introduced me. Thank you for one motherfucking soda. It's a good day to be a Yankees fan. We finally slayed the dragon 4-0. The Houston Astros. Baseball's in full effect, clearing a bench all in the first three days. And then last night we got a no-hitter by Houston. Of course, they're not going to do it to the Yankees, but they did it to some other bum team. But look at this. It feels good to be in New York. It feels great. It feels great. And hopefully these guys don't do me wrong come August and September.
Look, I'm glad that there's at least one New York team that you can be hype about, once a year. But I gotta let you know, man, it's a long baseball season, bro. It's been like what, 3, 4, 5 games out of 162. Slow your roll a bit there, G. Slow your roll. We'll see what them Yankees doing come September, like you said.
Listen, we're 5-0, my boy. 5-0.
We'll put a pin in that, and we'll definitely be back to that. Let me throw it to my man on the bottom right.
T-Boogie, man. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Y'all know what it is. Hey, G, man, you know what I told you, man. Everything in New York is not as advertised. The Yankees, the bagels, the pizza, the Statue of Liberty, none of it's what you think it is. So enjoy it early. But when we really get some eyes on it, you know how it's going to shake out. But
not this year. You can't text me this year. You can't. I refuse.
Okay. Hey, man, enjoy, man. Have your fun. Have your time in the sun. Hey, but I'm ready. There's a lot of topics. I'm ready.
Classic New Yorker right there. Last but certainly not least, my man on the top left.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer, a.k.a. my mama's favorite gas panelist. Hey, yo, G says this every year we do the show, bro. Every year around this time, G is hype. And I just want to let you know, G, being happy about 4 games in a 162-game season is insane. All right, 5, whatever it is, bro. It's insane. You setting yourself up for heartbreak like you do every year. Like, literally, we can run the tape, and he was on this same shit last season, bro. So, G, we're going to be here for you. Once they falter, we still going to be here for you because we your friends, man. We're going to be here for you.
It's a long season. But the baseball season is just kicking off. But let's start with a season that is wrapping up, and that's the NCAA tournament, right? And let's start off with the women, man. Let's do the ladies first. This has been one of, if not the most exciting women's tournaments in quite some time, if I do say so. But let's start with this Iowa versus LSU game and all the hype surrounding it. My first question I want to throw out there for you fellas is, did it live up to the hype that was surrounding it? And T, I'm going to start with you.
I think it did live up to the hype. I mean, the end was the end, but I thought it definitely lived up to the hype. We got some fireworks from Andrew Wright. Caitlin Clark put on a show. The guards were the guards. Flage was hooping. Like, I thought it lived up to the hype. I mean, somebody got to win and somebody got to lose.
That's fair. Bryce, would you say it lived up to the hype, or like that fourth quarter was a little bit too one-sided for you?
I mean, lived up to the hype, I think is, you got to take an objective approach to that. And, I got to say it did live up to the hype, especially when you think about some of the ratings that have come out. Like, listen to this, guys. That game last night had better ratings than the 2023 NBA Finals, better ratings than the 2023 World Series, more viewers than the 2023 Orange Bowl, 2023 Big Ten Championship, 2023 Cotton Bowl, Pac-12 Championship, every Thursday night football game. in every college football regular season game except Ohio State, Michigan. And we know what that game does each and every season, right? So, I mean, if you look at that, bro, you got to say the people have spoken, but why did it live up to the hype, right? And I think the storylines became the reason why it lived up to the hype. People were living and dying by these storylines. If you're on social media, you see it. Like everyone picked a side. And once you get folks picking a side, they gonna tune in, bro. They gonna tune in almost like think boxing matches back in the day when it was Floyd versus Manny Pacquiao. The fight was trash, but did it live up to the hype? I mean, the people spoke what they pay per view dollars, and I feel like that's what we kind of saw. So I can't say it didn't live up to the hype because tuned in, they stayed tuned in to the end. But I would have loved to see a game that was, back and forth to the very end, and we didn't get that.
All right, G, would you say it lives up to the hype, or?
So Bryce, did it live to the hype? Yes or no question.
I mean, yeah, people spoke, people watched, so it got to live up to the hype. If no one turned it off, so.
Man, so you, because the question is directly to you, did it or did it not?
I would say the game did not, but the storylines did.
To me, it lived up to the hype. I got to see two girls go at it. And it was just our main characters. We got to see him ball out. It wasn't like, hey, one balled out and the rest of the team didn't, or the team balled out and your main character, the main player that you wanted to ball out, did not ball out. I got to see both of these women ball out. I enjoyed the game. To me, it lived up to a hell of a hype. I thought this was better than the first one.
But bruh, the main character twisted up her ankle and couldn't perform at her main character's strength.
Don't say that, because she still had 20 rebounds. What was her stats? Like 17 points,
right?
12 assists.
Yeah, I'm saying like she
still had a hell of a game.
She still had a good game, but bro, like Angel Reese, and shout out to Angel Reese. She didn't make no excuses in the press conference, bro. So I respect that. But if you watch Angel Reese this season, bro, you know that was not Angel Reese tip top form, bro. Like not about to argue that. Like, she was not in tip-top form after that injury.
Come on. You're just making excuses now.
Nah, but it's facts, bro. It's facts, bro.
No, it's
she
not.
Didn't have her same
because if you look at
she didn't have it.
She still had the better team, though. She still had coming into that game, everybody said the only player in Iowa was Caitlin Clark. And overall, LSU had the better team overall. All of a sudden, come on now. You can't just say that. The better team won. No excuses.
I agree. And reason being is because the best player on the other team, she rolled her and she hurt her ankle, bro.
Man, you just making sorry excuses, cuz.
All right. I mean, facts is facts, bro. Am I lying?
Yes, because now we're seeing who you chose.
When I lie.
We see your side, man. I get it. It's okay.
Well, I think it's a fair point by Bryce to mention that, Angel Reese twisted her ankle and wasn't, 100%. However, Caitlin Clark kind of went off in the game. I mean, we saw her do her thing. Like, she held her own and she lived up to her superstar status as well. I mean, would anyone disagree with that?
Hell no.
No. She did what she came to do. Like, she put on a show. Fireworks.
Hey, I'll tell you this: Kim Mulkey got thoroughly outcoached, bro. Thoroughly outcoached. Like, dog. There's no way. If I was to show you some of the team stats, bro, LSU, if I remember correctly, out rebounded Iowa over 20 rebounds, bro. You're not supposed to lose a game when you out rebound somebody by 20 rebounds, bro. Like, they were out coached, and Iowa's game plan was just far better than LSU's. LSU should have been throwing that ball inside from the beginning of the game, every play. They tried to go to it with 10 minutes left and commit to the inside game, but it was too late, bro. Haley Van Lith was getting cooked by Caitlin Clark. Why is FloJ not guarding her now? Why are we waiting till the last? I said in our group chat, and another group chat I'm in with T, I said, bro, FloJ should have been guarding Caitlin Clark. They finally made the adjustment with 2 minutes left. It's too late. It's too late. I don't know. Not enough adjustments for LSU, if you ask me.
That's also a very fair point. I noticed that when I was watching the game, it seemed like LSU tried to crawl back and make some switches at the very end, which was puzzling to me. But back to what you said about Caitlin Clark putting on the show and bringing the star power and all those ratings. Is this what we need for women's basketball? Like, is the star power of not just Caitlin Clark but also Angel Reese and all the storylines? That's what fuels the storylines. And with the ratings that Bryce just read off, I mean, does the WNBA need some of this? Does women's basketball in general need more of this? Is this what the future should look like for women's basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is how every sport gets momentum, right? You have a star that doesn't just supersedes the sport and breaks into culture, right? I mean, so what happens is in these instances, you get people that aren't necessarily fans of the women's game, but they become fans of Caitlin Clark, so they watch. And a certain percentage of those fans stick on for the next year and the next year and the next year, right? Somebody is going to be a fan of Clayton Clark this year. She'll go to the WNBA, but guess what? They're going to watch Iowa again next year because of the excitement Caitlin Clark gave them this season. So it's not going to be the entire population that started watching because of Caitlin Clark, but you got to get a few of them. And I think it happens in sports every few years. Like, for example, perfect example is like Venus and Serena Williams, right? When they came on the scene, you had a lot of people, especially black people, that started following tennis, right? Started following Venus and Serena. Well, Venus and Serena are retired. Well, Serena's retired and Venus isn't at the top of her game anymore. But you got a lot of these black people who still, or these people, I should just say, who still follow the game, though. You know what I'm saying? And they only started watching in the beginning because of Serena and Venus. Tiger had the same effect on golf, right? Back in the day, Joe Namath had this effect on football. Jim Brown had this effect on football. Usain Bolt had this effect on track. You got to have these certain athletes that can kind of break in the culture just enough to make it so that, like, it makes people watch the sport moving forward. And I think that's what Caitlin Clark has done, if you ask me. And we'll see how long women's basketball, specifically women's college ball, can sustain it.
That was a very good point. That was a very good point. T, do you think Clayton Clark is a superstar to bring the masses to women's basketball?
No.
No, just that simple.
No. Are you talking WNBA? No, absolutely not. I mean, the beauty of Caitlin Clark is that she was that much better than her peers, right? But we've seen this before. Diana Taurasi, that much better. Maya Moore, that much better. Shamika Hostal, that much better. It's been a few Caitlin Clarks. No one's shooting from where she's shooting from, but there's been a lot of people that have come before her that have been just as dominant, got to the WNBA, and, you know, guys wouldn't pay $12 ticket prices to see them. So, I mean, maybe you can make a case that shooting the three is much more exciting than what we got from some of her predecessors, but I think it moves the needle for college basketball. I don't think this moves the needle much for the WNBA unless Reese goes pro, Caitlin goes pro. They're both the best players on their team, which probably isn't likely for Angel. But let's say they're both the best players on their team and they create some sort of rivalry where each game is fireworks when they match up and they meet each other in championships. Then, all right, sure, because both have a huge following. But just one or the other, like, they both got to succeed to move the needle in the WNBA. I think it'd be a hard task.
So you're saying that they kind of need each other and kind of intertwined in the sense of if the WNBA is gonna, if what we've seen in college is gonna translate to pro, they're gonna need this rivalry to continue. That's very interesting. I could definitely see that if they do go pro and meet up, that will definitely be a big time matchup. G, do you think Caitlin Clark can save women's basketball?
Did you know what T just alluded to? Can any of you guys tell me that similar story that made basketball popular when it was like dead? You heard the story already. Who's the two players that did that in college and went to the pros and became arch rivals again? Who was that? There you go. When T just spoke is literally what we need the NBA women teams to happen. I don't think it's going to be Caitlin Clark. For me, is if Angel Reese stays for over 1 year, and then Paige Becker. Like those are the two rivals because those could meet up. And or let's say Juju and Paige Becker. Because if Juju's eligible to leave next year, then it's Paige Becker and Juju, just for the simple fact that the game we got to see last night. And that's a rivalry that could go on to the women's NBA. And you pray to God that one's in the West and one's in the East, and then kapow, Right now, what Caitlin Clark is, and it's just like what leading to is literally you need the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird story to happen with the women NBA, and then Caitlin Clark could practically she could be the Michael Jordan of the thing, whereas just that one dominant player thing, it has to translate similar for us to keep on looking at these girls because we already got a story for next year. You got Paige Becker, if Reese if she stays. South Carolina team if they're still that dominant next year. So you got and then you got Juju. So you still got these stories that are good for next year. Remember last year what captivated us? It was Reese and Caitlin Clark. And then this year coming up, that's what we wanted to watch again, and we got it. So I think now that the women's are being written more elusively, you got us talking about them. The more you get people to talk about them, the more people gonna not just go from. It's like what I said last show. It's gonna go from the collegiate level to now the pros, and now we're gonna want to watch these guys. And I hope we do get the modern Larry Bird and Magic Johnson story.
But yo, you're right though, G, because like, you know, the story, you right with stories, yo. And that's the thing about women's college basketball is you're not gonna get in the men's game. You're not gonna get storylines in the men's game, bro. If you get a storyline, it's gonna be a storyline that's been a story for a month or two, right? Like a DJ Burns, right? He's been a story for 2 months. You know why? He's only been in North Carolina for what? North Carolina State for a year and a half or something like I don't know. Was he there last year? Maybe he was. But my point is the women's game, like these players are staying there. The girl O'Grady, and don't get me wrong, bro. I'm not gonna act like I watch every single women's basketball game because I don't. But I watch enough that when I watched Iowa and I saw O'Grady out there or O'Brady out there, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the same girl that's been with Caitlin Clark for the last couple seasons. She's been with her for 4 seasons now. Like they got chemistry. There's a story there that to follow for fans to follow, right? And you can grasp onto that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's what the women's game has to thrive off of. If I was a WNBA, I would make a rule that's like players can't leave teams. Like, yo, you got to lock into a 5-year contract and you have to be there for 5 years because we need these storylines, bro. And the storylines is what making the game, bro. Y'all, people tune into that game for 1 or 2 reasons: to see Caitlin Clark or to see Angel Reese. And these storylines of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have been building for 4 seasons or 3 seasons now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't just happen. Like, stories that keep building and building and building, bro. And if you don't have that, I shouldn't say it's not going to be as successful, but if you with that, you can see a lot of success, bro. Just a lot of success.
All right, let's talk Final Four right quick. So we still got South Carolina, UConn, NCST, and Iowa. So let quick takes real quick, man. Who do you guys got getting to the final dance, and who do you got winning the whole women's tournament? Bryce, I'm gonna start with you.
Hey, one more thing before I answer this, bro. South Carolina is undefeated, and no one is talking about them. This is how big storylines can get, bro. Imagine if a team in the men's side went undefeated the whole season. That's all we will be talking about, bro. Like, they undefeated to this point, and nobody's talking about them. That's how crazy these storylines are, right? I rock with South Carolina, bro. Malaysia Fulwiley is a dog. Big girl. I can't remember the big girl's name, bro. But the big girl that got into it with Angel Reese, you know.
About Watkins.
Nah, is it Watkins?
They call her Swatkins.
Swatkins, okay. The big light-skinned girl, man. She's a dog. She's gonna be prime for the next level. I think South Carolina's tough. Hard for me to go against Gino Auriemma, probably the most decorated women's coach of all time. Or if he's not with Pat Summitt now, he's up there. I lean South Carolina to win it all, though. I just think that team is undefeated, and that'd be a perfect storybook ending to especially for a team who's not getting the hype that some of these other teams that haven't been as good as them are getting. I think that's going to give them an extra chip on their shoulders. Going to give Coach Dawn Staley a little bit of fuel to that fire. So I'm gonna go with South Carolina.
All right, we got one for South Carolina. G, who you got?
I want to answer Bryce's question. You know why we're not talking about South Carolina? Because they were undefeated last year at the Final Four, and Caitlin Clark beat them. And I think the expectation of it at this point is to make it to the national game. But I said it last week. I had Iowa winning, and I wanted to see Iowa, Caitlin Clark versus Juju, but clearly now I'm getting Paige, which is not a bad one either. But I'm still sticking with Iowa. I think Iowa's going to win this whole tournament. That's
See who
my
you got.
storyline. I want to see Caitlin Clark win her one national championship, cement herself as one of the greatest college basketball players of all time.
I got South Carolina. I mean, if Iowa gets there, South Carolina gets there, we'll get some of them same vibes that we just got from LSU. A big part of that LSU and Iowa.
Don't say it, man. Don't
Bro,
say it.
Bro, it's the same reason people wanted Rocky to beat Apollo, because there's no reason that, you know what I'm saying?
I knew you was gonna go there, dog.
Bro, it's a fact. It's a fact. Look in the crowd during the game. It's a fact. Look who's wearing what colors. It's a fact. I mean, in a sport where they haven't had the same amount of stars, right? You need that. You need that. So they Caitlin Clark is pushing that. They used to call them Great White Hopes. You know what I'm saying? She's
Duh.
that's just a fact, bro. I'm just giving you history. I'm just giving you history. If Caitlin Clark was from I don't know Tuscaloosa, this would be man. The country might get burned down if she lost. So, but the crazy part is, all of that is behind her, right? That crowd, that demographic, but she can actually play. She doesn't even need that type of support because she's an absolute dog. But who do I have? I have South Carolina, and I don't expect Caitlin Clark to give them trouble. I don't think that game would be close, to be honest with you.
Hey, if she beats the undefeated South Carolina 2 years back to back and finalizes this year with the chip, legendary. I don't care who you was rooting for at what point. That is the stuff of legends. Any other takes y'all got on the women's tournament on the women's side before we talk about the men real quick?
Hey, I want to just clear it up. The girl from South Carolina I was talking about is Camila Cardozo, the center.
Oh, you talking about big?
Yeah, I'm talking about the big, the one that be dominating the paint down there. Yeah, I think she's gonna be. I think she's the equalizer. And to me, she's like the female Zach Edey. And I wouldn't mind us talking about Zach Edey a little bit too, because I do want to know who y'all think gonna have a better pro career between Zach Edey and DJ Burns. Man, I'm taking bets on this.
I don't even think Burns gets drafted.
All right. What you think about Zach Edey?
Late first round.
No, I'm talking about not where he gets drafted, but what he gonna be at the league. Because I'm high on Zach Edey. I feel like he gets a lot of hate, man. I feel like he gets a whole lot of hate.
Zach
They
Edey.
call that man Foul Ming. That was crazy.
Oh, I think it's gonna be tough for Edie at the next level, man. Just once you start getting them in space, Zach Edey is the perfect guy to small ball again. He's shown the ability to score against smaller guys, so it could get interesting, man. Is Zach Edey the wave that brings back centers?
We'll see.
To me, that's kind of what Zach Edey represents. It's almost like in football, the league's gone passing, so you gotta kind of offset that with bigger linemen and running game and shit. So I kind of feel like if Zach Edey is successful, not only will he be successful, but just like the way the league views center will start to go back a little bit as well. But it's kind of a long shot also. So.
I don't know, bro. I don't think Wembanyama want no parts of Big Edie, man.
Man, Wembanyama might score 50 on Edie.
Easily.
It might get ugly.
The way today's game
He
is.
ain't no inside buckets on him. He ain't no post looks on him.
I think you're wrong about that, man. Wembanyama start hitting turnarounds and unders, man.
Yo, the key for Zach Edey is going to be like, can he get his feet right, bro? Like, if he can get his feet, and the most impressive part about Zach Edey is his feet get better every season, bro. Like, his feet getting better and better, bro, from his freshman year to now. Back-to-back Naismith Players of the Year. I'm assuming he's going to win this year. That's not no joke, bro. You look at the players that have won 2 of those. Shane, that's a hell of a feat, man. I don't want to say he's gonna be an NBA star, but he's Steven Adams at least, bro. He's at least Steven Adams in the league.
I don't know, man. He might be Charlie Ward with a Heisman.
What's the what? How could he not at least be Steven Adams though, bro?
You got to be able to switch pick and roll, man. Like in today's game, the 3-point shot is so prevalent that we just pick and roll with Edie, and what happens, right? Say, I don't know, man. Jordan Poole pick and roll. Edie's on Jordan Poole. What does he do? He stays in the paint.
Why are we switching on everything?
That's the game.
You better fight. You better fight them picks if Edie's in the game.
That's the game, bro. The game is dribble action, like handoffs, pick and roll, like that's the game.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. But the potential to change the game is there, like kind of like what Rome was getting at, bro. Maybe Zach Edey can be the Derrick Henry of
It's a tall task. But nah, yeah, let's keep it in the college basketball realm, man. How y'all liking this men's Final Four? I know everybody's bracket is busted, mine included. But what have y'all thought about the men's tournament so far? And has it been as exciting as the women's tournament? We were talking a lot about the storylines driving the women's tournament. Is this men's tournament missing that?
Not in my opinion. I think the men's tournament has been better than the women's, and I don't think it's been close. I absolutely don't think it's been close. I mean, look how many brackets. I said this last show. Look how many brackets busted on the men's side, and look how many on the women's. Like when them brackets get busted, that's when you get the must-see TV. That's when you get the darlings, the Cinderellas, the guys that never played on national TV become a household name. I thought the tournament was good. I've seen some players rise to the occasion like Edie, and we've seen some guys, they shrink under that light. I was disappointed in North Carolina, disappointed in Tennessee. It's my bracket got busted up. Rome, you actually have the first place bracket, so
yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up. I'm glad you did though, but North Carolina disappointed me as well, T man, because I had them going the whole way, and I was really hoping that would have held through. But looking at the Final Four now, man, we got a Cinderella chance in there. You guys think there's that can happen? Bryce, what you thinking about this Final Four?
I'll say the more I watch Mark Sears from Alabama, all I see is Jalen Brunson, bro. And I'm not saying he's going to be Jalen Brunson at the next level, but damn, their games look eerily similar. And, one thing you got to have in the tournament is guard play, right? I mean, without guard play, you're not going anywhere. Now, they got a tall task. They got a very tall task with UConn. But, man, if Mark Sears get hot, and NC State's hitting. Alabama's hitting the 3-ball like they've been hitting in some of these tournament games. They're gonna have one of them nights where all their threes fall. But I think they got a better shot at beating UConn than NC State does at beating Purdue. As far as Purdue goes against NC State, that's really gonna come. We're gonna see what DJ Burns really about because he was cooking big boy from Duke. He was putting that man in the mix. Matter of fact, he might have tanked that man's draft stock of one game. Filipkowski, however you say it, that draft stock went down the drain after what DJ Burns did to him. Now, can he do it to Edie? Because Edie a different beast, bro. And Edie is, I don't know if he can do the same thing to Edie, but if he can, it's gonna be a hell of a game, bro. And then another storyline to keep watch of. Purdue's head coach, man. They said he can't win the big one. And this is his chance, bro. This is his chance. I don't know if y'all seen Edie's post-game interview. My man was snapping though. So they don't know our heart. They think they know our heart. They don't know our heart. I was like, hey yo, I'm rocking with Edie, man. So I think Purdue comes out on top in that game. But I think UConn been blowing through the competition. And y'all know how I feel about teams that be front running like that. You ain't learned how to do the close games when you front running like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I fear for UConn. Like, did they not learn how to play a close game because they just been killing everybody? Yet to be seen.
Okay. G, what are your thoughts on this Final Four, man? Very interesting, G. Very interesting.
Hey, you on mute, my
We
guy.
we didn't hear none of that.
My bad. Agreeing to what what Bryce and T have been saying, like what T alluded to earlier, where like the men do have the better Cinderella story. Like, do compared to the women's bracket is ones versus threes, the men's is 1 versus 4, 1 versus 11. So it's not just dominantly the top four, the top ones up there. But overall, man, it's gonna be Connecticut, man. This is gonna win. You know how long have they how when is the last time they'll fell behind for how many seconds? They're at only 22 seconds, 22 or 26 all tournament. They're gonna blow Alabama out the water. Pause, no Diddy. They're gonna and then I feel bad for Purdue or NC State because they're gonna get smoked out of there once they go against Connecticut. I can't see the Huskies lose. Like it's for them to win this game, to win this tournament, and repeat again. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if next year these guys go for three-peat.
Damn.
Yo, but that, you know what's wild about that is that UConn lost all their top guys last year, bro.
Three of them. Yeah.
It was
Three of their
five.
top
I heard it was
scores, and
five.
Jordan Hawkins was pivotal to them, bro.
But
And
they got
like,
and that, you know what I'm saying, the portal.
Think about
That
it. They got
crazy,
the portal
man.
again and the coach. I'm sure it has something to do with this coach. Because it's hard to transition just like this, lose your top 5 guys, and then to come back and try to go for a repeat. If he pulls a repeat, oh man, I can't see these guys losing.
I mean, I like UConn just for the fact that they can play inside out, outside in. Like, they can play through the big, they can play through the guards. It's a little hard to game plan when people can attack you from a variety of ways. Purdue is a one-trick pony. North Carolina's NC State's one-trick pony.
They say they like to say Alabama imposes their way of playing, but even now, I don't think they got an answer for them.
Alabama got shooters.
But it's like
raise the tempo, but I think that plays into UConn's hands. I think if you want to run, UConn want to run with you. So that's going to be a good game. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. At least fun to watch.
I hope this is not a first half kind of thing, and like because the way they came out the second half and went on a 30-point run, you can't. I don't think anybody's going to watch the second half of that game.
The only other 30-point run I've ever seen was when me and Bryce teamed up in the men's league and got cooked.
I think I had like 30 that game. Crazy.
Put a 30-point run on us, but a 30-point run is impressive, man. That's crazy impressive.
You know, the thing about Alabama that you really got to watch out for, though, is their versatility, bro. And I think that's the thing that kind of sets them apart, bro. They bigs can put the ball on the ground, bro. And that's going to be the thing. Like, yo, I like Donovan Clingan a lot. I think he's going to be a solid NBA center. But Grant Nelson, I kind of like that matchup, bro. And if Alabama goes a lot of small ball 5 and lets Grant Nelson kind of, cook, put the ball on the ground against Donovan Clingan, bro, get some UConn bigs, it could get interesting, man. It could get real interesting. But UConn got 2 All-Americans plus Donovan Clingan, bro. Like, that's a tough squad right there, bro. Stephon Castle got star potential at the next level too.
They
got the
talent, bro. Horses.
They got the game going at 160.5. You think it's going with the over?
That's 80.
I go with the over in that game.
Taking the over.
I'm taking.
Alabama can score, bro. And Mark Sears averages 22 points a game, so there's 20 of them right there.
I think if that's a close game, you absolutely get the over because at the end of the game, you get free throws and things like that. But if it's a blowout or UConn's just in command, they get up 12 and they're in command all game, I don't know.
So they got the spread at 11.5.
Wow.
UConn.
And money probably coming in on UConn too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in a crazy
They got
parlay,
him
man. I'm
at
gonna put in an
11.
underdog parlay for the weekend, man. I'm taking Alabama, and I'm taking NC State in the little parlay. I ain't gonna put more than $10 on it, but that's gonna win big if it hits.
So they got the Purdue and NC State. They got the Purdue favored by 8.5.
I'm a buy stock and FanDuel when I hit bets like that.
All right, man. Anybody else got any quick takes on the Final Four before we move on?
Nah, that's
All
it.
right. All right. We definitely gonna hop into some culture topics now, man. Like it's like I always say, you come for the sports, you stay for the culture, and we got some interesting stuff to get into tonight. Um, let's start with the Rashee Rice. This is a little interesting. This is a sports topic, but it's also a little bit of culture. I'm not too hip to it. We were talking about it pre-show. Um, Bryce, I believe you were telling us exactly what went down, or maybe it was T. But if one of y'all could explain the exact situation to the listeners, and then we'll give our takes on it.
Yeah, but basically, Chiefs receiver Rashee Rice was involved in an incident where a Lamborghini truck, a Urus, was racing one of the new Corvettes that, the ones that look similar to the Lamborghini, that new model. And the Lamborghini truck looked like it tried to pass on the shoulder, couldn't make it, lost control, clipped the car. Corvette trying to avoid, couldn't, clipped another car. I think 6 cars in total might have got damaged. No major injuries, no fatalities. But the bigger thing was Rice and his entourage got out of both vehicles and walked off, while people were filming them. And one guy alluding to the fact that those cars must be stolen. That's a different culture topic. But yeah, pretty much it could be a hit and run. The last thing I heard on was that he did, I think, turn himself in, his involvement, and that he was a passenger in the Lamborghini, which was rented, and he owned the Corvette.
Yeah, wow.
All right, well that's a lot to process. I definitely had seen the footage, but I didn't know the full scope of it. That's a lot to do coming off of a Super Bowl victory. Coming off the back-to-back Super Bowl victories. Bryce, man, what are your thoughts on Rashee Rice, man? He's out here wilding, and the Lamborghini truck sounds crazy. That might be another topic in and of itself as well. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this, Bryce?
First off, man, to the gentleman that said they must have stolen, I'm not mad at you, sir. I'm not mad at you. All right. If I see a car accident and I see folks hopping out the car and they getting away from them cars, I might assume they stole them too. All right. That's just a human reaction. I ain't gonna call racism on that. Yo, what you mean you hopping out the car, you leaving? Yeah, you looking like you stole it, bro. I don't care who you are. You could be a nice little old lady, bro. If I see you hop on that car, you get up out of there. Hold up, man. Did you steal that? I gotta ask the question. So I'm not mad at bro.
I don't think bruh asked that question if they're hopping out a Toyota Corolla. I think that you see him hopping out that Lambo truck and now
it is a Kia. He's definitely asking that. All right. So I'm just saying, bro. You hopping out the car. If it's really your Lambo, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna stay there and try to answer for it. You hop out the car, getting away from the scene. Yeah, buddy, you look stolen. So I ain't mad at you, bro. I know you're getting a lot of hate online. I'm not mad at you, bro. But moving on to Rashee Rice, just not smart, bro. What these dudes gonna learn, bro? Why you got to race? If you got the need for speed that bad and you got that much money, man, go rent you a track, bro. You can rent a track. You can go to the drag race track and get your rocks off. That's what you need to do, bro. Racing on the open roads is just not a smart move, but athletes continue to do it. Not just athletes, but people. I remember when I was in high school, man. I knew a couple of dudes in high school that used to love trying to race their cars, man. And like on the roads and parking lots. And parking lots is one thing, but you take it to the road, you're endangering folks, man. I'm just happy that nobody got seriously injured as a result of this Rashee Rice situation, because obviously we've seen it like in the past, people getting hurt from stuff like this, right? Matter of fact, who was the one? It was a couple college players that they thought were racing. One of them ended up dying or something like that.
It was the guy that was it Jalen Carter, the D tackle.
Boom. Jalen Carter, bro. Yeah, that's exactly who it was. And now it's never been substantiated that he was racing. Everybody basically said it looked like that. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them things where, like, why are we doing this still, bro? It just doesn't make a lot of sense, bro. Especially when you got a Lambo. You know what I'm saying? You got a Corvette. Like, you're wild. So I just need folks in general, not just athletes, but people to get a little smarter, man. And for me, like, people close to me have experienced these tragedies where they've lost loved ones to car accidents. So it hits home for me, you know what I'm saying? And I just hate that it's a prevalent thing, bro. I just hate that, man, because I feel like it's so unnecessary. If you really got a need for speed that bad, man, rent you a track. You got some bread, take your Lambo to the track and race it, dog. Me and T got a homie, man. I never been around nobody that drives faster than him. I don't even T knows exactly what I'm talking about, man. I'll be in the car with this dude just like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, every time I get the option to ride, I'm like, nah, I'll drive, bro. Because the man pushes 130 everywhere he goes, bro. It's just I get it. Some people have the need for speed, and I understand it, bro. It's nothing like moving at a fast rate of speed, bro. But, like, dog, it's also pointless, bro. It's also dangerous. You reach a certain age where you shouldn't be doing that no more. I feel like Rashee Rice is past that age.
Well, that's interesting you say that because that same friend, like we would all do that together. You know what I'm saying? And one of our friends ended up crashing. Luckily, he didn't hit anybody. Could have killed himself. Luckily, he didn't, but went to jail over it. But yeah, we used to street racing. One thing about it is, man, it's a young man's game, especially when you're out on them roads and like you said, man, you're endangering other people. The problem is it's the adrenaline, it's the ego, it's the manliness of it, and that's hard for you. 20, I mean, shoot, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, like. You're looking for ways to prove, your skill in all things, and it's tough because this is not a cop out. This is not to let Rice or anybody else, because I certainly don't drive that way anymore. But why do we make cars that go faster than 100 miles an hour? Like, what purpose does a car going faster than 100 miles an hour serve?
Well, T, I'm actually glad you asked that question because, believe it or not, that's going to lead to the next subject, which is the zombie apocalypse and what you need to survive in a zombie apocalypse. And I'm here to let you know that the reason they make cars faster than 100 miles per hour is because you're going to need that Lambo truck come zombie time. Now, I don't know how the zombies going to get here. If you read the Bible, it tells you one way. You watch the movies, it can tell you another way. Maybe COVID-19 wasn't it? Maybe COVID-20 might be the zombie. Maybe it's the vaccines. Who knows? But one thing is for sure, there is a consensus that there will be a zombie apocalypse at some point. Maybe not in our lifetimes, but if it does happen, I got to know how you fellas plan on surviving. Who's got the bunker? And which room does Rome have in said bunker?
Hey, Rome, you good? Nope. You good with me, dog. To T's point though, man, we've all done it, bro. I'd be lying if I acted like I didn't push my car crazy at a certain age. But, like, at what age and at what level do you reach where you can let that shit go? Rome, to your point, to everybody's preparing. I'm a slight doomsday prepper myself. All right, I got little things around the house. I got little trinkets and things that some folks might think I'm crazy. But one thing I say, if you don't have a life straw, you're loafing. Get you a life straw ASAP, all right? The life straw, it's a small straw. You can put in any puddle. You can put in any body of water, and it instantly turns the water, purifies it. You can drink from it, all right? First thing, get you a life straw, Ron. Second thing, get you a little fire starter. If you don't got a little flint thing that can start you a fire, you're loafing. All right. The lighter's gonna run out of fluid. You need something that give you a little spark and that you can start a fire with. I feel like with those two, and keep canned goods on deck. those three things, man, at least you cover yourself a little bit. You got a few extra days than most folks, man, when the apocalypse gets here.
I'm not sure any of your life straw is going to protect you from a zombie apocalypse.
Wait, you've seen these shows, bro. It all comes down to how much food you got and water you got every time, bro.
Yo, I remember somebody told me about the life straw, bro, and then I looked up the video on how they using that thing. Bro, I'm letting the zombies get me, bro. I'm telling you now. Bro. You're not gonna catch me sucking puddles, bro. That life straw crazy. That life straw crazy. Go look up the life straw.
Where's that comment?
Imagine Bryce sucking.
See, I'm gonna take a cup, scoop out the puddle, put my life straw in the cup. All right, y'all boys wilding. Okay, my man talking about sucking up puddles. I'm not doing none of that. Right?
No Diddy.
Bro,
No Diddy.
Drink it out the cup from the puddle.
Oh, TT, I need you to chill with this visual. Sir.
I might shoot
wilding.
Smoking crack. Like
You're wilding, bro. Just we don't need a visual.
Okay, bro. What you take?
Oh man. Ban somebody ban this man, yo.
When you take your life straw.
It's only getting worse, bro.
There's no way it could go well. There's no way.
Help me out with this. What sizes do the life straws come in?
Yo, they cannot sell them just in sizes, bro. It's got to be one fits all.
In one size only, all right? It only comes in one size, man. I'm just telling you, bro.
One size only, Durex.
Yo, when the apocalypse get here and y'all boys is thirsty as hell, you be like, damn, my man told me to get the life straw. I got 3 of them things. I got 3 of them, all right? Be good over here.
I was going to say, I mean, if you could pass the hookah, you could pass the life straw, bro.
Yeah, that's facts.
We change the tip.
Boy, hey, yo, the apocalypse, the man with the life straw best around to be the leader of the whole colony. Yeah, he's the man with the water. All right?
Bro, you been telling me I could go to any source of water.
and just stick the thing in, bro.
That's it. That's all you have to do, bro. Get you a life straw, bro.
How much they run? How much they run for that?
Ain't nothing but $20.
$20 for that?
$25. Yeah, that's it.
Why they don't give everybody in Africa one?
Okay. Now let's clear it up. Now, the life for one, it'll eventually run out. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work forever.
Bryce sound like he worked for them. He's like, whoa, hold on. Well, before we give them away for free,
man, trying to poke flaws in the life straw. All right, man. Don't try to poke flaws in the science behind the life straw. All right, man. It is what it is. All right.
All right, bro.
Just get one.
Rice driving by you in this Lambo and you in a puddle.
Gee, man, I hope you got a solid plan for the zombie apocalypse, because New York might be ground zero.
Well, I'll have axe, a machete, like every Spanish person probably has. Like 3 of them, to be exact. Because once you run out of ammo for your guns, I don't know how y'all gonna survive without guns.
Yo, it's crazy that you said every Spanish person has a machete, because I actually got accused of trying to purchase one, because I said I was going to meet one of my Spanish friends. This officer pulled us over. We said we were going to meet somebody with a Spanish name, and the next thing I know, I'm getting asked about machetes and all kinds of shit. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, isn't that what Jason uses in the movies, dog? Mind you, I'm like 16 at the time.
They probably think you about to be in some gang activities. What the fuck you going to his house for with a machete? Unless you're gonna like kill a pig.
Have y'all seen Walking Dead?
Yeah.
So you guys know how they pretty much the people turn into zombies in that show, right? I got a question. How long you gonna hold on to your zombie family members, yo? You gonna let them go? You gonna try to hold on to them, chain them up?
Very solid question, bro. It's very much pendant on your status in the family. Yo, y'all better be nice at Thanksgiving, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Like it's almost like somebody falling into a coma. You know, they on vegetable status. Like, you know, it's like what we holding on for if you zombied out. You know what I'm saying? What we doing here? We let you
Wait for the cure. Wait for
Is
the
there
cure.
a cure?
But then the question is, do you kill your zombie family member or do you let somebody else kill your zombie family member? Yeah, see?
Take them out their misery. They wouldn't want to live like this.
Yo, you know what would be wild to me too about a zombie apocalypse? Everybody always talks about surviving. You know how shiesty humans are without an apocalypse? Like niggas would be killing people left and right just because, bro. Like somebody would shoot somebody and be like, yo, that nigga got bit. I seen him. I see he got bit. There ain't no bite marks.
Hey, bro.
Spreading rumors about people.
And he looks sick, bro. Like crazy.
That's all they did during COVID, bro. You're right about that. You're right.
I would assume one of the safest places you could be during a zombie apocalypse on the boat. I mean, if you got a couple life straws, you straight. The water will provide you food, you know what I'm saying? And your chances of running into a swimming zombie, according to, you know, at least movie lore is zero. So if you can make it to some sort of lake, river, stream, you know, you got, with a boat, you got a decent chance. I wouldn't recommend a cruise ship because one outbreak, all right, now we trapped. But, you know, if you got a little 25-footer, you know, you can just anchor in the bay and, you know, eat crabs and, you know, catch some perch, wait it out.
I'm like, also, right? I don't get how how people don't think to assume like your body decays, no, because you're technically dead. So how long before like everything just falls apart? I don't think a zombie apocalypse will last more than like 2 years at best.
You got to survive.
Yeah, that's true. You just got to keep people from getting infected. Yeah.
You will have 2 years. Good think about it. You got to go through all kind of storms, heat.
The problem is, you
Yeah, how come I don't never see no zombies in the snow? That's actually a good point.
Right?
It was a movie on, I mean, a TV show on Netflix. They had them running through the snow all crazy. I can't think of the name of it, but it was.
Yeah, I need to see that. I need to see some snow zombies, man.
Hey man, one more thing besides the life straw, one more thing you need to have, man. You know, you got to get this with your loved ones, right? Everybody can have a muster point with their loved ones, bro. Muster point is just where everybody's on the same page. If apocalypse happens, if a big tragedy happens, something goes down, we all know we got to meet up right here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't leaving until I see you come to this spot. Have that with your people, man. Hey, look, you know, I told you I'm a little bit of a doomsday prepper myself, man. I got a little conspiracy theorist in me.
So do you tell them 3 hours in advance? Because
no. You decide this right now. You make this up right now with whoever you love, bro. Hey, look, you go down, we meet at grandma's house. All right, we meet somewhere. Just have things like this already set.
I'm sorry.
You don't got to think when it gets to that.
Someone tells me something, I ain't gonna get there at least like 2 hours later after the time I was told to get there.
This nigga G gonna be late during the apocalypse.
Yes.
If everybody go to grandma's house and grandma get infected first, she wait.
This nigga gonna invite the whole family to grandma's house just to execute her because she got infected. Thanks for the crib, Granny.
That zombie apocalypse really vicious because you not, like Rome said, bro, you not safe from the humans either. It's like what's the we don't got nobody working the cell towers, we don't got nobody working the Wi-Fi, bro. Nobody got a ham radio, so it's really every man for themselves and who can band together and who do you trust?
Man, get you a muster point, bro. You know what Ben Franklin said, bro? Failing to prepare. You preparing to fail, all right? just
that's facts, though.
I'm gonna tell you another problem too. With it. If you are in any type of metropolitan area, traffic traffic crazy just on a work day. Imagine everybody trying to get out of the city because that's where it's gonna spread. You know what I'm saying? Even if it don't start in the city, that's where it's gonna go like wildfire. So you trying to get out the city, man, people gonna be running you off the road, running red lights, like
Running you over,
yeah,
like
people
not
gonna be.
gonna care.
It's gonna be a little bit of purge mixed with the zombie apocalypse. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But
Which
they
the
cleared out
purge
the
is
grocery
low
stores.
key worse than the zombie apocalypse for real.
They cleared out the grocery stores with 2 inches of snow, man. I can only imagine if people start biting each other and hey, bro, it's over. It's over, man.
Imagine you pack up all your stuff and you get on the beltway, jam packed. Where you going? Zombies running, breaking your windows, head butting it, bro.
But see, that's the other thing too, man. Like I've seen, at this point we've seen some different versions of zombies. Sometimes the zombies get super crackhead strength. And sometimes zombies like the G show, like the Walking Dead zombies, where it's just like you can knock them out real quick. They like the enemy, the little enemies that the Power Rangers used to have to fight.
The
putty.
The great joints.
You get the putty zombies. You just knock them out real quick and keep it pushing, bro.
Nah, what was that? Who was that dude? It wasn't Ben Affleck. Was it Matt Damon or somebody was in some movie where the zombies was vicious? I think it was World War
Brad
Z or
Pitt.
some shit.
Oh,
Yeah, Brad Pitt. The zombies were vicious in that one. Now, if we got some zombies like that, bruh, it's a wrap.
no, bro.
Usain Bolt zombies.
The I Am Legend zombies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That traps.
Yeah, see, you
Nah,
got
because they were like next level zombies.
Yeah, man. I mean, outside of your life straw and your Flint striker, what else you guys think you need to survive? You know what I'm saying? Like weapons. How much ammo you think you're gonna need to survive a year or two?
I feel like that's the most obvious one is weapons, though. Like
Me personally, bruh, I don't think I think it's in the name, man. It's an apocalypse. You survive as long as you think you can. Like we can come up with a million plans. I know a lot of people like Bryce that got all like 5 plans. They'll be calling audibles when the apocalypse happens. They'll know exactly what they need to do. But it's like I was saying, bro, like what happens when it's really the apocalypse and you can't trust the niggas you've trusted your whole life because the world is completely different now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, bro, like your closest homie is gonna cough twice, bro, and you're gonna look at him like you've never seen him in your
If that's
life.
the case, y'all better start YouTubing how to put a razor blade in your mouth.
Nah, that's a good point though, Ron. Because people gonna be walking around lying about getting bit. Like, I ain't get bit, bro. I'm good. I'm good.
Like that was the dog.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, bro. Like, you gotta stay practical with your doomsday prepping, bro. We all don't have enough storage to save everything, right? But again, have you a life straw, have you a little flint. One more thing you should have, yo. I think everyone should have this just in case. A working bicycle, man. I know people take that for granted. People take that for granted, bro. But let's just say it's Walking Dead zombies, and it's not World War Z zombies where they can run 100 miles an hour. But that bicycle gonna save your life when you can hop on the pedal zombies, bro.
Right.
I'm just saying, bro.
Going up a hill.
Bro, you know how much adrenaline you would have? You be going up that hill so fast.
Chain pop right on.
That's crazy.
The problem with a lot of our technology is dependent on a power source. Let you be the power source. You know what I'm saying? Let you be the power source. You get your car, you still need gas, right? So eventually all the gas gonna run out.
Oh, you know what? You know what I just thought about? The T actually, because T said boats. What if you just fucking built some tree houses? Like if you get the Walking Dead zombies, them niggas wasn't climbing.
That's a good point.
Be like the air nomads off the Avatar.
I mean, how much can you store in the treehouse? You're gonna need heat, warmth, like when the seasons change. Like
yeah, that's true. That's true. A tornado fuck your whole treehouse up.
You a primitive man in a new era. Like
So how many shorties can climb a tree or a kid?
Let me say. One thing is underestimated that you're going to need is some sort of antibiotics.
Facts.
Like you're gonna have to try to get your hand on antibiotics, first aid kits, splints, tourniquets, clotting powder. That stuff that you can get. You know what's crazy is I'm familiar with the Life Straw. I was just joking with Bryce, but you know on Amazon you can go on Amazon and get packs that people have already made. It might be to your benefit because even if it ain't a zombie apocalypse, you know, just having something that's life saving could save your life. So, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, good point, bro. Hold on to the man. Hey, you go to the doctor and they give you antibiotics, yo. Hold on to the rest of the bottle, bro. Stack them up in another little bottle. Because to T's point, you never know when them things gonna come in handy, man. Like little stuff like that goes a long way, bro.
Proper
Again,
footwear.
I would say the number one goal is to be your own power source, bro. That's why I like the Life Straw, right? That's why I like having a bicycle, bro. Like these little things where you're giving yourself more control over your destiny. If I got a car and I gotta go to the gas station, it's a wrap for me, bro. It's a wrap. We need to start having as much control as we can in these type of situations. People don't think like that, but just having a muster point with your loved ones, where hey, we know if something goes wrong, catastrophic, we all gonna meet here every single time. That little stuff goes a long ass way, man. And you never know when you're gonna need it. You just never know, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and even with that, man, try to strategize, you know, because maybe it's not a zombie apocalypse, and maybe it's a nuclear apocalypse. Like, I was listening to a podcast about that today, and nuclear winter and things like that. So, I mean, these are things we're joking around, right? But who knows? Who knows what could happen? It don't
I
matter.
was gonna mention that, like, in the event of like a zombie apocalypse or some type of any apocalypse, really, like all the nuclear bases, all the stuff that we have that's not gonna be watched or manned, or let's say the outbreak happens there and some shit goes haywire, who's to say that there's not just radiation? Who's to say that, you know what I'm saying, where you live at now is safe to breathe? You know what I'm saying? Like, so whenever I think of an apocalypse, like it's definitely cool to have the convo and to be prepared. You should always be prepared no matter what you're doing. But whenever I think apocalypse, bro, I'm like, yo, like you dead, bro. Like it's just a matter of time, bro. Like what are you waiting? You're waiting for your homie to kill you. You're waiting for the zombies to get you. Like there's gonna be an electrical storm. I mean, all kinds of shit. Like
Not if you got a legit bunker. The
yeah,
problem,
now that yeah, if you have a legit bunker, that will be what could potentially repopulate the world.
you also just can't let people know you had a bunker because, you know, say your bunker become my bunker if I don't have a
Do you,
bunker.
and here's some conspiracy shit, but do you guys think that the world governments have like bunkers and shit for the? I mean, I know what Bryce thinks.
Come on, bro. Do they have bunkers?
Absolutely. Now,
Well, what to what extent though? Like, do you think it's on some shit where it's just like, all right, this is just for the world leaders and their families,
Nah,
or
nah,
do
nah,
you
nah.
think
Not
they've
world leaders.
chosen some elites to
Nah, the
like?
people with money, the people with big money, bro, they all got a little something to fall back on if it go haywire, bro. Yeah, and they
bunk,
bunker priority stock with everything they need. You mean I'm a pretty large conspiracy theorist. I truly believe. Now this is gonna sound crazy. I think it's a whole civilization under the ground somewhere. It wouldn't shock me if at some point they discover some sort of humanoid under the ground that
Mo
been under
man.
there since an ice age or something, right? It wouldn't shock me, man.
well,
Um, but I do think the elites probably have some bunkers tucked away. And it's tough to ask someone that doesn't have access to millions of dollars to even have a bunker, bro. Because like, like we
Yeah,
talking,
yeah.
we throwing bunker around like it's just some easy shit you can get. Like, yeah, make sure you got a bunker. We throw a bunker around like it's $20, but yeah, nah, good luck building your bunker. All right, good luck
You
building
also
your
got to
bunker.
have like land for it and all kinds of shit, bro.
you
It
got
ain't.
Imagine
shit.
you building your bunker and somebody, hey, what you building over there? They already know you already working on a bunker, man.
You got build a swimming pool and a bunker at the same time. You got to trickle.
They're gonna be like, "Why are you bringing chips underneath your swimming pool? And you putting all kinds of stocks and shit?" Like, nah, yeah. That bunker shit is crazy. You really got to have some private land.
They absolutely have bunkers. They have bunkers with miles of road. I mean, if you look into the Denver airport conspiracy, it's probably a bunker out there. I mean, if superpowers launch nukes, where do you take the president? Camp David is a bunker.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, where the president go? So there's definitely something for some people. I don't know if those would be the people that repopulate the earth, but it's some people that's going to see, live a lot longer than others, and event like a real catastrophe, real emergency.
Hey, well, like I said, man, come for the sports, stay for the culture. We got a little deep here. Anybody got anything else before we get out of here?
Use code GAS when you're buying your Life Straw for 20% off. your puddle sip.
The puddle sipper.
Hey, you know the life straw so wild with it. It even comes with a little string around it. You can put a life straw around your neck, boy. You never lose it.
That's wicked over there. What the fuck?
Hey, bro,
Yeah, that's wild.
What you say?
I said you made yourself a target. Hey, bro, got that Life Straw. Hey, run down.
Hey, look, I'm gonna hop on my bicycle. I'm gonna lose him.
Hey, we did a lot of promotion for
Bro,
Lifestyle
someone's
today.
gonna throw a rock at you or like a stick at that bike right before you turn the pedal off.
Right.
Proud supporters of Lifestyle over here. All right, all right.
Tell Life Straw cut the check, man.
All right, if y'all got nothing else, man, you know how we end every show as always, man. Sports for the culture.
Deportes para la cultura. Yankee.